Hello, John Mills, John Mills Residential Mortgages. It's Wednesday, March 20th. It's your weekly market update. Some big news in the real estate industry. I'll start off with the Fed. This is hot off the press just minutes ago. As expected, the Fed is not making a change to the federal funds rate today in March. But the good news is they're still signaling 3 rate cuts this year. So the expectation is still that rates will come down later this year. So that's good news. Inflation's a little bit more stubborn than anticipated. So no cut right now. Some are predicting maybe in June we might see the first cut. So, but generally as expected, no surprises, which is always good for the markets. The big change in real estate, and this is in the popular press, and you've probably seen it, is last Friday a lawsuit was settled that for decades, real estate compensation for the buyer's agents and the seller's agents was paid from the proceeds of the sale of the house, where the seller was in essence paying both the buyer's realtor and the seller's realtor their commission. And with the settlement of this lawsuit, that's changing, where now the buyer's responsible for paying the buyer's agent, the seller's responsible for paying the seller's agent in principle. However, this is all negotiable. So none of this is in stone, and how it's going to shake out, no one's exactly sure. I will say this, well, 2 things. Number 1, this does not take effect until July. Number 2, there are financing solutions that can help address these changes. And a third point, and maybe the most important point of all, anytime there are changes to a market, it presents opportunities. So there are going to be new opportunities based on these changes to the marketplace. We're positioning our brokerage to help people in these changing times, and will continue to grow and evolve. So any kind of financing, I'll tell you this, as we're entering into the peak real estate season here, generally it's April, May, and June is the real estate season. We are seeing more activity, a lot more loan applications, more people shopping. So this is the time to buy. With all these changes in place in the marketplace, the forecast is still that as interest rates come down later this year, home prices will likely go up. And you can think, oh, I'm going to sit on the sidelines and wait for the rates to come down before I jump into the market. Just know that you might be paying 5-10% more for that same house a year from now, in all likelihood, for a year from now, to save that interest rate. If you buy now, you get the savings with the lower price, A, and B, when the rates do come down, you can always refinance into that lower rate. So I'm here to help anyone. Please reach out if you're thinking about buying, you're thinking about selling, or refinancing, because there is still a lot of equity growth and people tapping into their equity to make their next financial move. Lastly, I'll talk about March Madness. I'm gonna be a big homer. My Wisconsin Badgers, I'm picking for the men's. Notre Dame Fighting Irish for the women's. My daughter went to Notre Dame. I went to Wisconsin. Usually my bracket's busted by about 11 a.m. on Thursday, so that's why I've got to get this out now on Wednesday before my bracket's completely broken. But if by some case this actually comes to pass, then at least it's on record. So enjoy the March Madness too. Call me with any real estate financing needs. Have a great week. Thanks.